Hello everyone, welcome back to my computer project. Just a quick video this week. Last week I added in what's meant to be the instruction sequencer. It's basically a ring counter, and I've tied that to the program counter for now, so that once this gets to the end it will clock that, just as a test to make sure that's all working, all this outputs are working, this inputs are working, all that stuff. But I've noticed a couple of issues with the power supply again. Nothing really to do with the transformer though. I don't know if it'll show it, but I think when I've got the fans in, the fans use up to about 340 milliamps by themselves, I think, and the computer itself is using just under 800. The transformer only supplies 1 amp, so I'm using too much power when the fans are on. So I think what's happening sometimes is that things can't get enough power. So this was bugging out quite obviously, but I don't know if I can force it to bug out. Usually if I move this capacitor around it will bug. But unfortunately this is the second time I've shot this video because my phone ran out of memory. And this was bugged out the second I started it. It was like all lit. So it was filled with ones, even though only one of them is meant to be on. It was filled with ones. And yeah, it seems to be working now. But yeah, sometimes it'll bug out and just not have anything in it. All the lights will be off. And I think what's happening is that when there's not enough power, it knows to clock, it knows to read in the data from the previous one, but that power, like the power that's outputting from there, isn't quite enough, so it knows to read, but it reads a 0 even though there's a 1 there, I think. I mean that would cause that, but I think that's what's happening. So yeah, I need to actually redo the power supply. I was reminded last week that it doesn't work quite the way I thought. So yeah, being 1 amp here means 1 amp on the whole thing because I'm just using a linear power supply setup. So I need to look at that. I'm not so worried about the heat now. I mean, if I change the whole thing, I won't need to worry about heat anyway, but when the fans are plugged in, it doesn't get to 150 degrees anymore, it gets to like 80, which is fine. I think that's a mixture of it using more power and cooling as well, because there are heat sinks in here, and yeah, when the fans go off, temperatures go up, for both those reasons. Yeah, so I want to fix that, which will fix the bugs in here, which unfortunately aren't occurring. Yeah, if I don't know, maybe it happens after a while, maybe when things get hot, I don't know, but yeah, I need to fix the power supply and that will fix those issues. As for the rest of the computer, like all the rest of the instruction stuff and the RAM is basically what's left. I'm thinking of just doing that with Arduino for now, and plugging the Arduino into here, so that can emulate the RAM, the instruction ROM, the controller sequence, the controller, not the sequencer, and like the decoder to change a binary address to point at the actual instruction, stuff like that. I'll do that in Arduino, and that will let me test the whole machine, like the machine as a whole, all fully working, and then from there I can build the bits and then just replace that functionality from the Arduino, so I can build it up and test it all as I go, rather than what I've been doing, which has been building bits, plugging them in some sort of way that resembles working and hoping for the best, which is fun and all, but it's delayed a lot of things over time. So yeah, I'm gonna have a go with doing it with Arduino and see how that goes. But yeah, that's all I've got to show for this week. I haven't had much time to do much, but yeah, I mean, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.